So I am all about change that's fast enough paced that those corporations can't keep up with it, that they will stumble and fall in this dance that's starting to happen now. I believe in this. I believe that there are things really shaping up. The truth's coming out. You see the truth coming out more and more all the time. Our group is doing a lot to bring the truth out on these group of chemicals called POPs, persistent organic pollutants. That includes PCBs, brominated flame retardants, and dioxins, and DDT, and Myrex and toxaphene, and hexachlorocyclohexane, and lindane, and just an endless bunch of chemicals that are horrible. They're endocrine disruptors, they're carcinogens, they bioaccumulate at the tops of food chains. They're in all the animal fat in the whole world. You know, it's not just the fish in the St. Lawrence River or the fish in the Hudson River. It's in all, my animal fat, your animal fat, her animal fat, his animal fat, all the polar bears, all the wolves, all the coyotes, all the muskrats, all the, everything that's got fat tissue has got those chemicals in it. And I'll tell you just, maybe this is the most horrible case of that, but it's all bad enough for any of us because according to the WHO, and I don't think I mentioned it in that particular brochure right there, but we have one for school kids that does. We just keep revising them as the science comes along. In 2010, the World Health Organization published a report titled Persistent Organic Pollutants Impact on Child Health. And it says minimize, this is for the whole world. This is not for the Hudson River Valley, which has had this excess exposure. This is not for the St. Lawrence River Valley, which has had this excess exposure because of Alcoa, and probably over there in Iceland, the same deal, depending on when they got their claws into that place. If they were there when PCBs were being used. And, who knows what the effect of the chemicals they replaced PCBs with will be, once they figure that out, after enough people have gotten sick. The point of it is that these chemicals are known to scientists, known to federal government scientists, whether it's in the U.S. or the European Union or China, or it's known in the scientific world, the scientific venue, the scientific realm, that PCBs and dioxins and brominated flame retardants cause diabetes, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, autoimmune diseases, behavioral deficit disorders like ADHD, and just the whole bunch of diseases that everybody's got, and that are just rising in prevalence and rising in incidence. And yet, 2010 was when this report was published. Still, here we are, 2012, more than halfway through it now. Nothing. Not a single national government, not even the European Union, as far ahead as they are, not a one has taken any action on that report whatsoever. And they said to minimize the exposure that kids get is for the future. If you don't keep kids from getting sick, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't really matter if the climate change just does whatever it does. Wouldn't matter, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if that banking none of it matters if you don't. I call my campaign, love the earth, protect the earth, change everything. It's the truth. We got to start loving the earth and protecting the earth, and then we got to change everything. And if we don't, we're screwed. It's just that simple. It's gone too far. This thing with the global climate change, they're seeing it happen faster than the worst case scenario was. And yet there's tar sands. The tar sands are driving this faster and faster, and they're already seeing it going faster and faster without that driving it. It's ridiculous that they're proposing to take that fuel. I don't know whether they're going to have it partially refined or totally refined. It doesn't matter. They're taking stuff out of the ground up in Alberta, Canada. Then they're going to start doing it in Saskatchewan because it's over there too. And they're bringing it down to the Gulf of Mexico just to feed that to the rest of the world. And all it's doing, it's the craziest thing. I've read a lot about this. It's not even sound. It's just this thing. They do it because they can do it. It's such a barely break even. The energy you put in to get the energy out, it's ridiculous. And so they're just doing this because they can do it, because they don't care. It's just another way of, it probably could well be more complicated than I can understand. It somehow interdigitates with this crap here, with those, I can't even think of what they call them, collateral whatevers, those CDGs or whatever they call them.
CDOs.
I don't care what they call them. It's just some crap that people made up that are just greedy and want us just somehow have something going that other people can't quite figure out, and they get away with it. It's not right. In the simple realities of tar sands, if you just look at it, It poisons so much. There's been so many First Nation people up there on the Athabasca River that have gotten cancers that nobody ever got before. And the numbers they get them up there now. There's so much screwed up about that, and yet the tar sands just going right along. It hasn't been stopped.